Hi y'all, Justin with Kayak Catfish. Well, it is tournament day in Ohio. Today is the King Cat National Kayak Trail event on Hoover Reservoir. When I do these tournaments, man, I like for y'all to be my fishing partners. I bring you with me. I show you the good, bad, the ugly, everything in between. So hopefully we're gonna have a lot of good today. Hopefully catch us some big fish. So this tournament runs 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Scores are 3 longest catfish. Could be blues, flatheads, channel cats, whatever we get, we can score it. And winner today, gonna take home some cash, buddy. We got 18 people in this thing. So first place is gonna be over $2,000, but it's gonna pay 3 spots. Big fish, I think, was like $950, $975, something like that. So big stakes today, and I want my share of it, by gosh. But what I'm doing right now, we're able to launch before the tournament starts to get where we're going, right? So I'm making a run down here. We're gonna start kind of shallow. I'm on the upper end of Hoover Reservoir. We're gonna start over here in the shallows, and we're gonna troll today. This area of Hoover is kind of just one big mud flat up here. It's a shallow mud flat. So we're gonna troll all the way down through here today, going into the wind. The wind's blowing from this direction, so we're gonna go into it to better control our speed. I'm gonna throw a combination of live and cut bait on dragging rigs, and also I've got some balloon rigs too, where we're gonna suspend some bait. So we're gonna cover some water today. We're gonna have some fun and hopefully catch some fish and take home our share of that cash today. So come with me, y'all. Again, y'all my tournament partners. If I suck it up out here today, it's as much your fault as it is mine. At least that's what I'm gonna tell people anyway. But let's go have some fun. All right, y'all, it is time, man. 7 o'clock. Let's get these lines in. I'm gonna show you my rigs here. We're gonna start out with 2 balloon rigs and drag 1. So I'm gonna do a white bass head. We're gonna start 2 white bass heads and a live white bass today. We're swinging for the fences right here from the start. So my balloon rig, we've got our 10-aught size circle hook with that white bass head on. About 3-4 feet up the line here, you'll see I got a balloon. That's gonna suspend this bait about 3-4 foot down as we troll along. Now right now we're starting 9 feet deep. Now below, on the tag end here of my hook, below this, I've got a Catfish Sumo bait stalker jig. That's a 1 ounce hair jig. Got the big eyes on there, the hair. So we're gonna throw that out as we get moving along here, and I'm gonna just start letting out some line on that as we get our speed going. I'm gonna put another live white bass on the other balloon rig, and then, I'm getting choked up, y'all. Lord Almighty, I'm excited. And I'm gonna drag that other white bass head here behind us. In Ohio, you can have 3 rods per person, so we're gonna maximize it today. 2 balloon rigs, a dragging rig to start. If we're catching fish on the dragging rig, not so much on the balloon, we'll switch over. I got a 4th rod here with me, already rigged up for dragging, so we'll switch them out as need be to try to give these fish whatever it is they want. Okay, folks, there we go. There's a live white bass. I've cut him a little bit here to get him bleeding. We're gonna let out some line. He's gonna be on that balloon rig. Good news is he survived the night. Bad news is his friend didn't. So we're only gonna have 1 live bait today, but we're gonna hopefully make him count, by gosh. If he gets eaten, it's gonna be something big. All right, y'all, we got all 3 baits out now. Our dragging rig here is going right off the back. We got our cut bait, the white bass head on this side, and the live white bass under the other balloon. I don't know if you can see there on camera with the low light and the glare, but them balloons are back there about, I don't know, 30 yards or so behind me. Not running them too far back, but far enough to get them away from the kayak a bit. So right now I got our speed set about 1/2 mile an hour, and we're just gonna cover a big long stretch today. We get down there to the end, we'll turn around, come back, and then go into the wind again. Maybe take a different path depending on how we do down through here on this first run. But I'm excited, man. I'm optimistic. I really hope that big white bass gets eaten, man. If something eats it, we're in for a good time. Oh, fish, y'all, fish. Got one on the balloon here. This is on the head bait, or the jig possibly. But we're hooked up, fish number 1. It's been almost an hour now. I apologize if there's wind noise on the camera, buddy. It's picked up, it's cranking. It's just gonna be that kind of day, unfortunately. We're gonna have some wind all day, the whole tournament. We're about to get on the scoreboard nonetheless. Windy conditions or not, by gosh. Be curious to see if this one's on the head or if this is on the jig. Could go either way. Oh man, he's up in my rudder, y'all. He's up in my, okay, there he is. Oh, that's not bad. Not a bad fish. He's on the head bait. Come on in, fishy. Yes, sir. No skunk today, y'all. Oh, easy fish, easy peasy. I'll tell you what, while he acts a fool there, let's go ahead and get our bait put back out. That way we can be more efficient with our time here. We got that one there. I'm 19 feet deep right now, y'all. So we've continued to progressively get deeper as we made our way along. And I just been keeping my speed, you know, about a half a mile an hour. So here's that rig again. We'll start letting out some line on it. Then we'll get our fish scored. I don't know if I mentioned there early on, but our tournaments go on a length measurement. We put our fish on an approved measuring board, date, time, and GPS stamp, and those are submitted to a live leaderboard. So I'm gonna get him on here with my tournament identifier, and we'll get our first fish. All right, folks, there he is. Get him out of here. So we gotta get our other line out here. I thought it was taking off behind me here. We was letting out line. Turns out we wasn't while we was moving along. But that one there, he's gonna be 35 3/4. So that's a dang good start here for fish number one, man. So I'm switching out my baits now. I just put a fresh white bass head on the balloon rig. I'm gonna reel in my dragging rig and try a skipjack head on it. But I wanna take this camera here and show you, well, I thought something hit my balloon rig right there. I want to take this camera and show you. So right now we're 19 feet, and I know the glare is terrible. I don't know if you can see this or not, but the bait is all up here about the 10-foot mark. So our balloon rig, we got that piece of cut bait down about 3 foot under the surface, and that jig's running down about 6 foot under the surface with the way I've got that balloon position. So we're kind of right there above that bait that we're seeing that's about the 10-foot mark over 19 feet of water. So that's why I've got these balloon rigs set how I do. Last year in the tournament, I done really well on the balloon rigs. I think all my fish actually came on a balloon rig setup. So we're gonna stick with that for now. 2 balloon rigs, 1 dragging rig. Like I said, I'm gonna try this skipjack head. Skipjack is not, it's a native species to Ohio, so you can use skipjack here, but it is not a native species to Hoover Reservoir. So last year when I fished here, I did catch some fish on skipjack, but my better fish last year came on crappie, which I don't have any of those with me today. But white bass is supposedly a pretty good bait up here too, because they're in here, and we done got us 1 on the white bass. We just need us 2 more. 3 fish limit date. We get 2 more comparable to the length of the last one, I think we're going to be in good shape. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier too, but on my dragging rigs here, I've also got a stinger fly running on the back of my dragging rig. So we've got the fly, the hook about, I don't know, 12 inches up from that, float and rattle up to my dragging rigs. So we're going to get that back out. I'm going to leave the live bait on until he dies, because that live bait, man, it's just a big live bait. I think we got a real chance with something just destroying that thing. So I'm gonna leave him out until he kicks the bucket, and then we'll switch him out with a piece of cut bait on that other balloon rig too. Oh, he's pulling. That's on the balloon rig. Balloon rig in the head. Balloon rig in the white bass head. That's a good one right there, man. He was taking some line. Oh boy, I tell you what, it's been a while again, y'all. It is not an active day. There are some fish on the leaderboard. I looked a minute ago, but only 1 person had a limit so far. Most people that have scored fish have only scored 1. So this right here is going to jump us up on the leaderboard significantly. That's why I'm kind of sticking with the head baits here. I'm trying to just, if we get 3 bites today and they're all good fish, I'm okay with that. I would rather go for, on a day like today where it don't seem to be super active, just try to focus on the quality. Need the quality anyway, of course, for tournament purposes, but normally I like to just, you know, I like to get numbers too. But it just ain't an active bite today, at least thus far. I think this year's going to be an upgrade though over our first fish. Up to our balloon. He'd run that balloon up our line a little bit there when he buried that rod. Actually, you know what? I think he's going to be comparable, maybe. Maybe a little smaller, actually. I can't tell. He's not as big as what I thought he was, that's for sure. But I ain't going to complain about him because he's going to put us one step closer here to our limit. It's going to improve our scores. I'm happy to get him, but I thought you was bigger, Blue Cat. Where's that other hook at there? Oh, Lord. Oh man, he just splashed me right in the crotch, y'all. I'm gonna look like I paid my britches. Nope, nope. Come here. Act like somebody, why don't you? Act like somebody. You want to flop around, do it in here. That way we can go ahead and make sure we don't lose you. So that white bass still looks pretty good. He tore up the mouth there, so I've run the hook through the other side, but I mean the meat there still looks pretty good. So we'll see if we can get another fish on it. If not, we'll switch it out here in 20-30 minutes. I'm gonna try to let out some line on that as we move along and get our other fish submitted here. All right, y'all, there we go on that one. I think he's going to be about 33 and a half or so. I'll have to zoom in on the picture. So that first one ended up being 36 inches when I zoomed in and took a look at the pic. So that one there is going to put us in good shape. I'll do a scoreboard update once I get him on the board there. So it's 9:01. We're just over 2 hours into the tournament. We got 19 people. Somebody must have been a late sign up, but there's been 17 total fish between the 19 people. Right now, Adam's in the lead there, 89 1/4 inches. His big fish is 31 inches. Chris, I'll never hear the end of it. If he beats me, he's in second place. I'm now in third with my two fish, my 36 and 33 and a half. Big fish right now is shad at 37 1/4. So we are early on into the day, a lot of time left. Anything can certainly happen, but I'm feeling pretty good with how we're getting going here. Again, the bite's very limited today, but two fish has got us right there in third place at this point in the day. We get one more like that, we're going to easily be in the lead as of the current scores right now. So we just keep doing what we're doing, maybe lucky into a 40+ inch fish. I think we got a chance to be in good shape today. I just reeled in our white bass here, our live bait, and he's still kicking, so he ain't doing too great, but I'm gonna send him back out anyway. Until he kicks the bucket officially, he's gonna be swimming under that balloon, y'all. Oh, look right here. Look right here now. Oh, he's swimming from something, man. That's our live bait. He got lively. I wonder if something ain't picked up our... Oh, something's got him. Or something's got our... I wonder if something hasn't got our jig that's under this. I saw him getting lively right there. We got something on here, folks. I don't know if he's got the live. I don't think he's got the live bait. This fish don't feel big enough to have eaten the live bait. But he may have that jig that's under it, possibly. Running these jigs like this, you basically not only hitting two different depths, we're hitting about 3 foot under the surface and about 6 foot under the surface, but we're also got two different presentations. Let's see what we got here. Yep, we do. We got him on the jig, and we still got our live bait on there too. Come on up in here. Smallest one of the day, but you know what? He'll finish out our limit. I'll take him. I'm happy with any fish until we get our limit. Well, I was getting ready to send our other bait out here before I measure this fish, and boy, our white bass. You've served me well, white bass, but you've about had it. I'm gonna switch him out and put on another white bass head. All right. I threw our other bass there in the cooler. We'll end up cutting him, but I wanted to put on just a little bit bigger head here. Right now, we'll get it out. Start letting out some line while we measure our other one here. He ain't very big, but he'll complete our limit. Yeah, 25 inches. If he's still on our score at the end of the day, we're in trouble. But right now, I'm happy to have him. We'll see you, fish. All right, y'all. Again, not very big, but I'll give him a fist pump for finishing out our limit. Meanwhile, we got our other balloon here. It's letting out some line as we move along. Again, this whole area here on the upper end of this reservoir is kind of just a big mud flat, right? I mean, there's nothing real special about any of it. So I've kind of made my way to this left side over here by the bank, and I'm kind of working along the edge over here. I've been kind of working along the edge, trying to anyway, where the land comes off. You know me, I kind of like brake lines and whatnot, just fishing back home. But up through here, these fish, man, they're kind of roaming around. They're chasing bait. You're just basically what we're doing today, we're just hoping to get lucky, man. We're just covering a lot of water, hoping to pull these baits in front of some fish. And if we can get it in front of them, there's a chance they're going to eat. Again, the bite's been slow to this point in the day, not just for me, but for everybody from looking at the scoreboard. But we're grinding it out, man. We got our limit. We need to upgrade, but I'm feeling good. Well, folks, as of 9:20, your boy here is in the lead. I wanted to show you just in case this is the last time we're on top of the leaderboard today. But right now, as of 2 hours and 20 minutes in, we're doing as good as we can do in this tournament. This rod's getting worked. I think he's on there. He's on there. Now, is he on the head? Is he on the jig? I don't know. He don't feel too terribly big, but he won't have to be very big to be an upgrade over our glass fish there, that 25 incher. Y'all bear with me. I got beef jerky in my mouth. I'm having a little snack. I've stopped at the Buc-ee's on the way up through here yesterday, and they got that whole wall of beef jerky, you know, so I'd pick me up some for a snack today, and never fails, you got a mouthful of food, that's when a fish is going to hit. Yeah, this one here ain't gonna be nothing to write home about, I don't think. Yeah, he's ate the jig. That's again the Catfish Sumo bait stalker jig, 1 ounce. He's about to knock that head bait off. I'm gonna switch it out anyway. We'll throw him on the board. I don't know if he's gonna be an upgrade or not, but if he is, I will take any 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, whatever. I would be happy to have it. Come on in here, Blue Kitty. Give me that jig back now. There we go. All right, let's stick him on here and find out. What do we got? He will be an upgrade by about a 1/4 inch, maybe a 1/2 inch. I'll take it though, by gosh. Nope. Well, there he goes. Well, I guess we won't be upgrading that one. I didn't get my picture before he started flopping. I've said it so many times, man. Them small fish, and again, I apologize if there's wind noise on the camera today. It's cranking out here. Thankfully, it's not too choppy with the way it's blowing, but it's continuously blowing. So there's probably gonna be noise on the camera, but them dang small fish, man. You get a big one, 40 plus inches, they'll lay there calm as can be. Them little dinks like that, 20 something inches, man, they want to flip and flop, and we ain't getting that extra 1/4 inch, by gosh. You know, I said I was gonna put another head bait on, but we ain't tried a chunk yet today. And since we've switched out our other live bait over there when he died for a head bait, let's put on a chunk just for variety's sake and see what happens. If it don't work out for us after an hour or so, we can always switch it out for another head, but we might as well go for a little bit of a variety and see what happens. I have so much confidence my regular viewers, you know, man, I've just got so much confidence in head baits. It's hard for me to get away from it, but variety is nice, so we'll try it and see. And yeah, either way, y'all, seems like we're getting bit. The later it gets here in the morning, seems like we're at least getting some more action. So I've reeled everything up and I am making a run back down here toward where we started this morning, and I'm gonna pull up through here again. It's like the farther we've went along, I went through a stretch, I'm just not getting bit, and of course the last couple bites we did get there, quality had really went way down. So we're gonna go back down here, get back over a little bit deeper water. You know, the fish we're getting are coming shallow on these balloon rigs. I mean, they're hitting these baits that have been 3-4 feet deep over, you know, 19-20 feet of water. But it's like the further we've got up in here, you know, I was like 13-14 feet deep there when I reeled everything up, and we're just not getting any action. So we'll run back down here and freshen up our baits again and make another pass through here, see what happens. So just to give you an update here at 11 o'clock at the halfway mark, we've got 37 fish out of the 19 anglers. Ryan, there he is in the lead. I'll never hear the end of it, folks. 112.5 inches. He's got a 38 3/4, 37 3/4, and a 36. I'm in second place with my 94.5 inches. And Mark's got the big fish, 39 1/4 right now. So we still got half the tournament to go. Anything is possible, but it's definitely, man, this wind is just relentless right now. I wish it would slack up just a little bit so I could feel better about running these suspend rigs here behind me. That chop, man, that'll eliminate a lot of bites, in my experience anyway, with suspending. But the dragon rig, I've got it up right now. I'm letting the kayak get out over here off this ledge a little bit. I'm gonna drop it back down, but the dragon rig just ain't getting it done for me, man. I've switched out. I put a piece of white bass on it. We're gonna try that, but nothing's hitting the dragon rig for me today. Okay, folks, we got one hit it. This is on our balloon rig on the head. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully he's at least an upgrade over the 25 incher maybe. I'm moving along right now. Again, I'm waiting to the kayak to get just off this ledge a little more before I drop that dragging rig down. That way we've got less likelihood of it snagging back up. But it doesn't really matter. We can't catch nothing on that dragging rig anyway. Everything we've got has been up in the water column. They've been out over deep water, but they've been up. And it was like that last year, man. People make fun of me over these dang balloons, but I'm telling you, it works up here. I don't know if it's like a thermocline issue or what. Let's see what we got over here. Actually, I think this one's going to be on the jig. He is. He's on that bait stalker jig. He is one. He's another one. We will try to just put him on the board and see if he will be an upgrade or not. If he is, great. If not, well, that'd save us the hassle of measuring a small fish that ain't going to cooperate on that board. I already know he ain't going to cooperate on this board. You can tell just by looking at it. Oh, look at here, folks. He's skinny as all get out, but he's going to be close to 27 inches there. All right, well, let me get my bait here. Let's get this bait started going back out, and then we'll get him on the board and upgrade our score a couple inches. Well, there he is in all his glory, all 27 inches of him. I'm happy to have it too. That's the calmest 27 incher you'll ever see. He laid there just perfectly still for us. If they could all be like that, we'd be in good shape, folks. But I've already got my line going back out here. The thing is, when you're dragging baits and you're in this chop like this, you can let out more line, and that will smooth out how your bait pulls through the water. It won't have that herky-jerky motion the more line you put out. But with these balloon rigs, the balloon's riding on top of the waves. So as the waves go up and down, so is your bait. And that's why it's hard. It don't really matter how much line you let out. There's no way, as long as that balloon's on the surface, you can't regulate it. But we're making the most of it, man. We're making the most of it. We out here grinding, we out here trying. That's all we can do, folks, is log the hours and try. Heck with Mother Nature. Sometimes Mother Nature just don't want you to fish, but we're gonna do it anyway, make the most of it. So y'all, we're in the home stretch. We got about an hour and a half to go, so I thought I'd do another little leaderboard update here for you. This is as of 1:25. We've got 47 total fish caught from the 19 people. Ryan is still in the lead, 112.5 inches. Chris Minahan, Lord Almighty, he's jumped above me into second place. I'd rather Ryan beat me than Chris. Him beating me, it's like him winning the damn Super Bowl. I'll never hear the end of it. But he's ahead of me right now, 107.25 inches if I get my words out. And I'm right now in third with 96.5 inches. Mark still has big fish at 39.25 right now. Y'all, I just ain't had nothing going on in a few hours now, man. It's just been dead for me. The balloon bite, once that wind kicked up an extra notch, it was over. Like, it's been done. So I continued to drag for a while, not even getting a peck at my bait. So what I've done now, I'm pulling just a complete wild card, hoping to get lucky here. So I'm actually anchored right now. I'm spot locked and I've got my baits cast out. I've got one balloon rig here behind me, suspended. I've dropped I've raised the balloon up so that the bait is lower down in the water column. And then I've got two dragging rigs cast out on bottom. And I'll show you what I've done here. So you can maybe see on the map, hopefully, there's a point right here on this land that comes out. The way the wind is blowing right now, it is blowing right up on that point. And so since me trolling, dragging, pulling balloons, since absolutely nothing is working here the last few hours, and quite honestly, they really don't seem to be working for anybody because there's not been a lot of fish submitted here recently, other than Chris, who got on a few there and leapfrogged me. Everybody else has been pretty much kind of the same story, just not catching anything. So I thought, you know what, let's just try a complete 180 wild card. Let's sit still, let's cast some baits out, and let's see what happens. We got an hour and a half left. Maybe it works, maybe it don't, but we can't do much worse than what we've been doing here the last few hours. So we're gonna try it and see. But right now, fingers crossed, I'm still hanging on to that third place, which is gonna be a $300 prize. First place is $21.80, second place $800, third place $300, and then big fish is $975. So if we can hang on to that, we might at least break even for this trip. So fingers crossed, y'all, we can come out here with at least third place, and who knows, we get lucky right here, we might could upgrade and climb back up a notch. Don't look now, I think we got one sitting here off this dang point, y'all. We do. Boy, this is the first bite in a long time. We need it too. As soon as I did that last update, just a few minutes later, Mark Bennett caught another big fish. And so he's knocked me out of the money. I'm in fourth place last I looked. Mark had jumped up to second and leaped over Chris. I don't know if this is going to help us or not, but we get him up here, we'll definitely try. Yeah, he's a better fish. He'll definitely be an upgrade over our smallest. He's not very big, but he's got some length to him. Just sitting here on this dang point. I'm glad we tried. That's a hell of an idea y'all had. Nothing else is working, just do the opposite. Come here, fish, let's get hold of you. Come on in. Nice, buddy. Nice. This gives me just an ounce of hope that I was struggling to have. I tell you, buddy, when you just getting beat to death by the wind and nothing ain't going your way, it's hard to stay positive sometimes, folks. But my attitude just brightened. It just got a lot more positive. All right, y'all, that one there, 37.25, buddy. Nice fish. Just made my day, y'all. You made my day, Blue Cat. Thank you so much. Oh. Yes, y'all. That'll move me up over 10 inches on the scoreboard right there. That's big. We needed that. Here's what I want to do. I want to get another bait. I'm going to cut another piece of that white bass. That one ate the chunk. We're going to cast it out, and then I'm going to score that fish. I'll do another leaderboard update. That's huge, buddy. That one's definitely fist pump worthy. So I got our fish submitted here. Unfortunately, it didn't get us up into the money, but it got us closer, by gosh. We're hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. It did give us some space between 4th and 5th place there. It got us a little cushion, but Chris and Mark have both caught fish recently too and improved their scores. So Chris only a ½ inch behind Ryan right now, and I'm right there behind Mark. So man, we got an hour to go. It's 2 o'clock right now, so it is literally anybody's game, man. One more fish like that. We need an upgrade, something bigger than 33.5 inches. That's our next smallest fish. So we get another one like that, buddy. We're in it, buddy. We're right here in the mix of it to cash in a check. Oh, y'all, we got one pulling. We got one pulling line. He's stripping line. Oh boy, we need this one in a bad way. We are in the home stretch here. We are just a few minutes left to go. Let me grab my phone. Let me grab my phone. What time is it? It's 2:40. Okay, we're good. We got plenty of time to land this fish, get our pictures. We don't have to have the picture submitted by 3 o'clock, but we do have to have our timestamp on our phone. It has to be taken by 3 o'clock, but we're good. We got plenty of time. Boy, we need this in a bad way, y'all. I think this is gonna be another good fish. This is on the head. I've just continued to sit here on this point. The wind is blowing up on it. I've got my baits cast up there. I'm trying to position myself when I cast these baits, they would hopefully be right on the bottom edge of that point, right there on the break line. That's a good one. This is a good one, buddy. If we can get this one, this might have a chance at sneaking us up there into one of them money spots. I think this one might be bigger than the last one. This might be my biggest fish of the day. Hell, maybe we should have been anchor fishing today, y'all. I definitely made a mistake by not switching tactics sooner. When the balloon bite stopped, after that wind kicked up, I failed to adapt sooner. That's on me. But hopefully we can make up for it here, get some redemption with this fish, and sneak into one of them money spots, buddy. That'd tickle me fancy. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Y'all, this is probably going to be in that 38 to 40 inch range right here, just by looking at him. I'm just guessing. I'm not going to rush it here. I don't want to do something stupid here, trying to rush things and lose him at the side of the kayak. I bet you that's every bit of 40 inches. We'll find out here in a second, but yeah, he's hooked good. He's hooked good. Come on in here, fish. Yes, sir, y'all. Yes, sir. That's a 40 incher, I guarantee it. Here's what I want to do though before we do it. We got a few minutes left. Let's get this bait cast back out. Let's just throw it back out there just in case. He might have a friend with him. He might have a friend. We've got some last second heroics happening here. Oh crap. I got my leader all messed up here. What's going on with this mess? I got my dang head bait there in my float. What the heck is happening? I don't know what's happening. We ain't got time for this. I know that. I just want to get this dang bait out and get this fish. Oh my gosh, I got my dang. I've set this fish somehow, or I done it one, has tied a dang knot. I got a knot in my leader. I don't even care. I just want to get back out there. Okay. Y'all, buddy, fist pump. Oh man. Oh my gosh, y'all, I can't believe this. Let me just see what time it is here, make sure we're not 2:44. Okay, we're good. We can take our time here. Plenty of time. Oh, y'all, yes, We are in this thing, buddy. We are in it. All right, y'all, there he is. He's gonna be 40 3/4 or 41. I gotta zoom in on the pick and see. Oh man, y'all. This one, fist pump, baby. I wanna get a picture of this one. Hero shot, buddy. Look at this, buddy. Hoover Reservoir showing out in the final minutes for us. This is a big upgrade, buddy. Big upgrade. This could help us big time. This has got potential, y'all. I'll have to check the score. This has got potential to put us in the lead in addition to big fish. Wouldn't that be something in the final minutes? All right, buddy, get out of here. We'll see you. Thank you so much. Yes, y'all. Yes. Oh man, I can't tell you how happy that makes me. Just getting our butts handed to us the second half of the day. Pull a Hail Mary here, pull up on this dang point, cast baits out, just hoping for the best, hoping to get lucky twice. Oh man, y'all. Yes, buddy. Okay, y'all, here we go. Let's submit this catch. 248, 41 inches. Oh man, y'all, I can't tell you how happy this makes me. Let's see what this will do for us here. Oh boy, here we go. Moment of truth when this thing uploads. 12 minutes to go. Oh boy, looky right there. We're in the lead. 114 1/4 inches. We just passed Ryan up. Big fish. Big fish is me, buddy. 41 inches right now. Oh, buddy, 11 minutes to go. Oh, Ryan is going to be, he thought he had this thing locked up. I'll be honest with you, y'all, I thought he had it locked up early today too, because his score, he was blowing us all away, and the wind has just gotten worse and worse. I knew it was going to be harder on everybody, but the big fish bite has picked up here in the last hour. You know, I caught those 2 fish. Ryan and Chris upgraded, or I got not right. Mark and Chris, if I get my words, I'm excited, y'all. I'm pumped up. But they've upgraded their score too. Like this last hour here, man, people are catching fish. It's like it's turning on. We got a little activity window, a feeding window happening. And buddy, we was in the right place at the right time to take advantage of it. So 11 minutes left. We still got our lines out. Like I said, we can submit fish after 3 o'clock. We just have to have our pictures taken, date, time, GPS stamp, all that before 3 o'clock. So yes, y'all. All right, y'all, we're here to check in. It's time to stick it to Ryan officially now. You look like a good man that can hold a camera. You want to hold that thing?
I don't want to hold the camera. Is this an edited video?
You know what? I know you'll hold the damn camera for me. These guys, they're such sore losers, they won't hold a camera for me. Quentin here will.
Yes, sir.
He's a channel member right there, folks.
Howdy, everybody.
I can count on him.
Recording? Hold on. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up when you start.
He's ADD is all good out.
All right, hey, Kayak Mike here, King Cat National Kayak Trail at Hoover Reservoir in Ohio. Shout out sponsors, King Cat, Catfish Sumo, code OCT10 at catfishsumo.com, and Raccoon Creek Outfitters, who are about an hour and 15 minutes away from here. They sell all the kayaks. If we do a walk around later, you can see almost half the kayaks here are purchased from Raccoon Creek Outfitters. Today, it was windy. We had to postpone it today. Thank you for everyone for working with me. Please don't kill me too much for that. I had to do what I thought was best based on the data that was supplied. But let's go right into the awards. Today we had 19 anglers. First place will have 2,180. Second place 800. Third place 300. Big fish $975. Third place today with, going the wrong direction, 108.5 inches. Mark Bennett. Where you at, bud? I just did the sponsor, yeah. Stay on up here, Mark. Second place with 112.5 inches, Ryan Bortz.
I was talking.
First place, and Big Fish with 114.25 inches and a 41-inch big fish caught with 20 minutes left, Justin Johnson. All right, let's face here. Everyone, come on in. And before we're gone, Ryan, you have to hold JJ's hand up. All right, hold his hand up.
Yeah, hold my arm up and Vic. The first place.
I'm not standing behind you.
All right, next one's at Wheeler in Alabama in September. I hope to see you guys there.
All right. You're a good man, Quentin. Photographer, cameraman of the year. He's hired, folks. We stuck it to Ryan, didn't we? Final few minutes, we got him, by gosh. Made it all worthwhile.